I appreciate you doing this.
Yeah.
So maybe just share a little bit about, your name, who you are, what you do, all that good
Yep.
stuff.
Awesome. Stephen Page. I am an insurance consultant in Kansas City. I haven't really worked out since high school, early college. So when I jumped into this, it was feet first.
Yeah,
So
starting at the ground floor.
absolutely, absolutely. And I when I first started, I thought, you know what, I can go back and do what I did in high school. No, no, you
Yeah.
can't. It's not at 40, not at 47.
Things have changed just a
Yeah,
little bit.
yeah,
Uh,
absolutely. Yeah.
that's so funny. Yeah. What were kind of your goals coming into the program?
My biggest goal was really to like redefine my body. So I, kind of did whatever I wanted to do. Didn't really pay attention to macros or what I was eating. I travel a ton for work, so I was eating out on on the road and everything. I got a little soft, to say the least. So I really wanted to recomp my body and start to build the muscle back. Also wanted to try to help me with energy because I felt lethargic all the time. I have a
Sure.
desk job. As you can see, I'm sitting at my desk now. Uh, yeah, so I had a desk job. I wanted to feel that. And then I've been on some medication. I was hoping that, maybe working out would help me get off of that.
Yeah, absolutely. It sounds like a very much what a lot of Americans, especially in their early 40s, are kind of dealing with a
Yep,
little bit.
absolutely.
Pretty common
Absolutely.
spot.
Yeah, absolutely.
Fair. So you mentioned a little bit, but like any type of workout routine or nutrition routine or anything like that coming into the program?
Um, I had started working out probably 6 months before coming into the program, just kind of doing random stuff, nothing real organized. I was doing a lot of walking on the treadmill. I'd do 30 minutes on the treadmill and maybe 30 minutes lifting weights. But again, it was just like, oh, I would see somebody, oh, he's over there doing incline bench. So I'm going to go do incline bench. And then I saw somebody on a machine. So I go do machine and
Yeah.
just kind of randomness more than anything. And it wasn't really doing any. I mean, yeah, I might have lost a pound or two here or there, but it wasn't really doing anything.
Yeah. Not consistent, not consistent
Yeah,
results for you.
exactly.
Okay. Fair enough.
And it was hard to
Uh,
be motivated too. It really was. When you don't really have a routine, it's really hard to be motivated.
right. Because you don't know if the effort that you're putting in is going to go anywhere,
Right. Exactly.
going to do anything for you. Yeah.
Exactly.
And then what started to kind of shift after you and I started working together?
I think the biggest thing was I was very motivated because instantly I started seeing results. Maybe 5 pounds in a week, or something like that. And I think once I started tracking calories, it opened my eyes to really see, okay, I'm eating a ton of fat and not as much protein as I should be, and my whole macros are imbalanced. But
Mhm.
then once I started going to the gym and I started seeing results, I was driven. I was like, okay, I think my thing I was doing 2 days a break day and then 2 more days, and I was ready to be there 6 or 7 days a week. And I'm like,
Yeah.
this is too much. But I was driven to that point. So
Yeah.
very motivated. Obviously when you start losing a little weight and that's your goal, you get motivated pretty easily.
Yeah. And I think something that was really cool to see with you is, which is decently common, is like once you start exercising, if you structure it in a way that's actually enjoyable, you and it just becomes part of your
Yeah.
daily routine, part of like you start seeing the benefits physically, but you also start seeing the benefits like mentally, you have more energy and it just becomes enjoyable. And so
Yeah.
like, yeah, we started 2 days on, a day off, 2 days on. And then like you said, you're like, oh man, I could be here more,
Yeah, absolutely.
it becomes less crappy for people.
Right. And like I told you before, is when I didn't go to the gym, I was lethargic. Like, I gotta get there, so as soon as I would get off work, I was headed straight to the gym just so I could get that energy boost back up.
Mhm,
And it's like once you get out of that routine, even if it's just, I gotta sleep in this morning because I had a late night last night or whatever, it throws everything off. But,
mhm.
and then getting right back in that routine and I don't know. I'm a big routine guy.
Yeah. Yeah, which, obviously helps a ton. And I think, a lot of times people are hesitant to start exercising or hesitant to start really getting into something more, quote, like official or intense because they're like, oh, it's going to take up so much time, or
Right.
it's going to be really crappy, or whatever the case is. But then you start having more energy, so you kind of get more time in your day, and you start enjoying your day more because you have more energy and you feel better, and it kind of
Absolutely.
pays off that way.
Absolutely. Yeah, no, I think I agree with that 100%. It's, part of the thing, when you first get right back into lifting, you're sore all the time.
Mhm.
And, once you get into a routine, the sore actually is kind of fun, because you're doing it right.
Yeah, for sure. Tell me a little bit about like your nutrition. Did you hate all the food that you were eating? Was it crazy restrictive and intense? Or tell me a little bit about that.
Not at all. I think following the nutrition is actually a lot easier than I would have thought. You hear people taking all these diets, whether it be Atkins or whatever, and you're just like, okay, that sounds extremely hard. I don't want to eat just meat all the time.
Sure.
I think the flexibility in your program is key because I mean, if you want to have a piece of pizza, have a piece of pizza. You're just going to have to cut back somewhere else later, and it
Yeah.
makes it really, really easy to follow. I think I started with like 2,400 calories, and I wasn't eating anywhere near that, but my macros were way out of whack. So I think right now I'm down to 1,800 calories, and I'm still not even eating 1,800 calories, but I'm staying. It's that balance of macros. Getting the protein and it keeps you full. I'm not even hungry all the time.
Yeah. So keeping you full while staying in a calorie deficit because you enjoy your foods, and it's not this rigid, terrible thing mentally and physically.
Absolutely. And when I travel all the time, I'm still eating out, but it's like you're making better choices because you're like, okay, I could have that greasy cheeseburger, but then I'm going to have to cut somewhere else. Or I could have the grilled chicken, which is just as good. And I'm going to feel full and be
Yeah.
better.
Yeah, absolutely. I love that. So for you, what were some of the results, tangible, intangible? Tell me about
Awesome.
that.
So the biggest result, I think when I started, I was mid to upper 240s. I've lost over 20 pounds. I think I'm down to like 227, 228, somewhere in there. My body's completely redefined. I don't have the belly that hangs over my belt anymore. That's gone. I've got more muscle tone in my arms and my back. Starting to get it more. I mean, have it at my chest, but I'm getting it more through my abs, which I haven't seen since I was 17.
Yeah.
So I think that's the biggest thing. My clothes fit different. I'm down a shirt size. I'm down two pant sizes.
Heck yeah.
So there's a lot of tangible results there. Intangibly, I have a lot of energy. I mean, I work out in the morning. I think it's easier for me to just get up early and work out in the morning.
Mhm.
And I have energy all day. I'm not coming in here and looking exhausted and have dark circles under my eyes because I'm up. I've been up for 2 or 3 hours by the time I get to work.
Yeah.
Uh, I have so much energy, and then that also helps me set up my day for eating right, and even staying active throughout the day because it's not something that I just work out in the morning and then sit all day. I still get up and my lunchtime I'll grab my lunch and then I'll go walk around the area or something, and
Mhm.
just keeps me moving.
I love that. That's awesome. Yeah, you had some pretty awesome tangible and intangible results. It's been really fun.
Yeah.
What has been kind of your favorite part in working together?
I think the biggest thing is the flexibility, and the diet is awesome. Working with you, as you know, I played a lot of sports in high school, and I have a lot of injuries from it. And so
Yeah.
just working around, the torn rotator cuff or the torn meniscus, and that I've had forever that I've never had fixed, and being able to strengthen things so I don't feel the pain anymore. I feel
Yeah.
zero. I have no problem, no issues with my knees or my shoulders or and just being able to, if I had something come up, I ping you and you're like, hey, work on this or do this. I had a hip issue a few weeks ago, and you gave me an exercise. I started doing that, and I did it all week last week. Yeah, or all weekend, I should say. So it's been awesome. It's helped a ton.
Love that. That's
Yeah,
awesome. Yeah, you had some injuries coming into it that we initially built around, and then like you said, it's those have kind of been a non-issue for
yeah,
the last little bit, which has been really cool. So,
yeah.
if somebody was like on the fence, or wondering if they even should reach out, or contact me or anything like that, maybe on the fence of joining the program, what would you say to them?
Do it. Don't wait. It's I put it off 20 some years, and
Mm,
it's the easy. It's so easy to just get into it, get in your rhythm, and just do it. You'll see results pretty. At least I did. Saw results pretty quickly. It's not hard. It's not
Mhm.
like you need to go, buy a whole bunch of equipment yourself. Find yourself a gym, even if it's like a Planet Fitness or something. Just do it. The flexibility in the workouts, how you work with injuries and around injuries. It's also just keeping someone motivated with the check-ins and stuff. It's unreal, and then the communications throughout the week just helps keep things moving. It's been invaluable.
Awesome. Thank you for saying that. Yeah, and I think you're the classic case, and anybody that I hop on a call with, I'm like, this will work if you do,
Yeah,
if you take the actions, if we'll adjust the plan, we'll hold you accountable, we'll do all those things, but it's going to take you applying, the principles both physically and mentally for us to be able to accomplish the things that we want to, and yeah, I absolutely took it and ran with it. So
yeah, yeah.
congratulations on that, though.
That's the big thing. Is just buy into it. It's gonna work. Just buy into it.
Mhm.
You
Yeah.
may not see results right away, but I mean, I did, but you may not see results right away, but you're going to, and it could just be a complete recomposition of your body. So
Mhm. Yeah, exactly. Like you said, you're a little over, you're over 20 pounds down, but your body looks completely different than when we
yep,
first started. So
absolutely,
super awesome. Great. Well, thank you so much for sharing your experience. And it's been honestly a pleasure working with
yeah,
you. And I wish you the best moving forward.
appreciate it. Thank you.
Thanks, man. We'll see you.